is Jabari Harris, but folks who know me lovingly call me Tweety, and my pronouns are he, him.
Awesome.
So I am Southern to the bone, and I would say my favorite dish. You wouldn't understand it unless you're Southern. So it's chitlins, butter rice, rutabagas, and cornbread. Chitlins was our French cuisine. Back in the day, it takes hours of preparation, and if you cook it right, it doesn't stink. Rutabagas is just comfort food. Buttered rice, because I'm geeky. Anything rice. And cornbread is what we used to have as a substitute for cake. I am passionate about my culture and my community, making an impact, being the example that I want to see. I work in various nonprofit organizations. I am a part of the Masonic Lodge of Fort Lauderdale, it's Lodge 69, New Era, and I I'm a product of Parks and Recreations. So I work within Parks and Recreations. And within inside of that, I've touched countless lives. I've molded countless individuals. So when I think community, I think me. I think those who look like me. I think those who I would aspire to inspire others to be more like them. To start with self. Love yourself genuinely, and others will come. You're never alone. And you can never really enjoy others until you enjoy yourself. Uh, I came out very young, so I learned how to laugh at my pain in a way, honestly. Now that I'm older, it's more well put or more well suited. When I was younger, I would laugh more with those who were laughing at me because I didn't want to be the butt of the joke. So it's like, if I'm laughing, you can't really laugh. You can't really hurt me, even when it did. And now, I think my sense of humor for a lot of people is my sincerity, or as some would say, my blunt or curtness. But outside of that, it's just humor running from out of me, partly because I'm just audacious, and I don't apologize for that. So, I hate the word queer, so I would never say queer, but I would say, a Black gay man. And which do I think is harder? I'm not sure how to gauge that. I've been Black all my life. I've been gay all my life. And I feel like the only choice that I had within being gay was either be in the closet or out the closet. And as for, I would say being Black, because that discrimination just goes over and beyond, and it's always head on. It doesn't change, it doesn't waver. As far as being a part of the LGBT plus community, I find it hard being the Black face. There's a lot that goes with inside of that. We're hardly remembered. We're hardly thought of until we're wanted or needed. So for me, I think that's the hard part. of dealing with the LGBT plus community.
Do you feel seen and heard?
Not always, but I'm not silent, so I'm content with that.
Do you feel seen and heard?
No, I don't feel seen often, and I don't feel heard often, but I'm not silent, so I'm content with that. People always thinking of what someone else will say or think or do. When it doesn't really concern them or their lives, you only have your life that you can control. And so many people are so caught up on the impress or the fantasy or the effect, as we would say, oh, they acting grand, oh, they doing this, or whatever the case may be. If people could just get out of trying to impress others or trying to be the first to get the gotcha, then I believe that the stigma wouldn't be as much. It's not like the education is not out there, and let everybody tell it they know every motherfucking thing. So I'm sorry, yikes. First time I felt proud in my skin,
Just being yourself and who you are.
I going to school in San Francisco. San Francisco was undoubtedly the most liberating experience for me. I was around other gays and I found my swag, and I wasn't following. I was actually moving to the beat of my own drum. And I don't think that before then I was ever as proud or loved me as much. Disappointing my mom, because as a Black gay man, there's plenty that I go through, and living my life openly and freely is a courageous thing. I don't think that there's much that I can fear outside of that. If someone was to cross the street just because I'm on one side of the street, or if they were to grab their purse because they're walking side by me, or whatever the case may be, that doesn't necessarily affect me. Your fear and your ignorance is more so a highlight of you and your characteristics and your underlying racism. If someone felt a way with me holding hands with someone else, not like I'm a nonchalant person, but indeed, my skin is too thick to be worried about someone else's in their innuendos or their insecurities, or how they may perceive the choices that I make with inside of my life. You get me? Love is at an all-time high, and everyone wants a piece of it, So if anything, if we walking down the streets and we holding hands, it is a symbol to be admired.
So how do you lead?
How do I lead?
How do you lead? Do you lead by example? Do you lead by
pushing?
How do you lead?
I lead by example, because I strongly believe that you have to be the example that you want to see. I define success by your sense of enjoyment in fulfilling your goals.
With that being said, what has been your most successful moment thus far?
Just recently, Black Lives Allocating Change presented the Juneteenth cook-off. It was the second year, and it was successful. It brought us together. It did everything that I wanted it to do when I wrote it up. And my heart was filled with success, or the sense of success, and just a fire to make the next year bigger and better, and also to look within inside of the world of nonprofit. We can make the world better if each one teach one. If we call out injustices or bad manners, because I'm so big on manners. I said this already, I'm Southern, right? If we bring back our ethics, if we bring back our morals, scratch that. If we just bring back humanity and treating others the same way that we want to be treated, we could definitely do better. That's my hair. Okay.